Welcome back, everyone, to another dicondissectional production hosted by Deathstroke9. Today, we're going to be reacting to another Patreon request. Thank you guys so much for the support. Yes, and you and I. Hey, everybody. All right, welcome back. So, yes, now, so far we've been listening to quite a bit of Yes recently. Yes, Rush, Steely Dan, some of the three most reacted to things other than Tool on this channel. Now, we did Yes, Closer to the Edge, and now we're going to continue on the Yes, Closer to the Edge album, which only has like 3 technical songs, I think. Let me know if I'm right on that. I could be wrong. So, yeah, I've got the video and the lyrics pulled up. I'm excited to check this out because Closer to the Edge was freaking incredible. And yeah, before we start, welcome. If you're new here, my name is Daniel, and we react to music. You guys let me know what you want me to react to, and then I dissect the lyrics and the music, try to figure out what it means to me. You guys let me know what it means to you, and it's all a fun time. So, all that being said, if you enjoy this type of content, consider subscribing to the channel, and if you like this video, literally like the video. My computer sucks, sorry if it keeps glitching. Alrighty then, this is Yes, Closer to the Edge album, song number 2, And You and I, which is a very weird name for a song. I don't know why, but it looks wrong. A song starting with and then it has another and in the name. So, this has over 3 million views on YouTube, which is nice. And here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yes, and You and I.
Okay.
Okay. Ooh, it's all harmonics. Love that. It's beautiful. Wish I could play harmonics like that. So beautiful.
The flowers daily sensing all the things as a foundation left to create the spiraling, a move and regain and regarded both the same, all complete in the sight of seeds of life with you.
And bring it back. All right. So, first off, we say this every time now, but Yes's music is so inherently positive and happy. I love it so much. Like, it's crazy. This music's for a very specific type of emotion, and I love that. They're doing an incredible job. It's just so, like, just makes it, I just feel good listening to it. It's awesome. Okay. And that beginning thing with the harmonics is awesome. That, I don't even know what that was. That synth thing in the background was really, like, sounded very science fiction-y. And everything else just made me think of, like, being outside. And the music kind of adds to that. So he says, a man conceived a moment's answers to the dream. Staying the flowers daily. All right, before we continue, I want to mention, I know, guys, we've talked about this already. His lyrics are oft, according to what he said in an interview, he just makes the lyrics to sound good with the music. However, I still want to try and find meaning to myself in the lyrics, and hopefully you guys can find some meaning in the lyrics as well. Staying in the flowers daily, sensing all the themes, as a foundation left to create the spiral aim, a movement regained and regarded both the same, all complete in the sight of seeds of life with you. Okay. A man conceived a moment's answers to the dream. It's that moment when you're sitting there and you just grasp, just for a second, some fundamental truth about life and the way you should be living. So, if you're with the flowers, or if you're out in what nature intended or whatever, you sense the themes of existence. Okay? It's a foundation left to create the spiral aim. That line, left to create the spiral aim, makes me think of the golden ratio, Fibonacci sequence, also known as God's fingerprint, which is a geometrical term, which is a spiral shape that is found in almost all of humanity, from fingerprints to waves to leaves to everything. Almost every natural created thing you can find this geometric term, which exponentially grows larger and larger, and when you graph it, it goes bigger and bigger in spirals. I know that because I like Tool, and Lateralis mentions that multiple times. It's a movement regained and regarded both the same, all complete in the sight of seeds of life with you. Let's take a look at the names of these songs. And You and I has 4 parts, according to this thing right here. Chord of Life, Eclipse, The Preacher, The Teacher, and Apocalypse. Apocalypse. Interesting. So Chord of Life is this. Definitely sounds very alive. Eclipse might be kind of the reflection of the foundation of life. The Preacher, The Teacher... that actually makes me think of, like, Jesus or Yeshua or, something like that, which is interesting. Preacher and the Teacher. Someone who comes and shows the truth or whatever. And then Apocalypse as in the end of the world, maybe? Let's keep going. Let's see where we go with this, because we need more of the lyrics. We need more context before we can really form an opinion on what we think the song is actually about. So, without further ado, 3, 2, 1, Yes, and You and I. Let's keep going.
The same, all complete in the sight of seeds of life with you. Changed only for a sight, the sound of space agree.
You got such a good word.
Between the picture of time behind the face of need, coming quickly to terms of all expression laid, emotion revealed is the ocean made, all complete in the sight of seeds of life with you. Oh, us to call.
All right. Moving into part 2. Sounds sadder. It's just a reflection of what was originally there. Like clips. Sorry, I'm gonna bring it back. YouTube takes videos down if you don't pause it in between them. So, we're in first of all, I want to mention something. I was trying to read the lyrics, and I did not hear what the Google thing said. So I went to the description of the video, and there's lyrics there. So it says that he said, "Coins and crosses, turn-round sailor assaulting, never know their fruitless worth all the mornings of the interest shown, presenting one another to the cord. Cords are broken, all left dying, rediscovered of the door that turned round, locked inside the mother earth, to close the cover, all the interest shown. They won't hide, hold, they won't tell you, to turn one another to the sign of at the time, float your climb. Watching the world, watching all the world, watching us go by. And you and I climb over the sea to the valley. And you and I reach out for reasons to call." And you and I is literally relatability. Like that's it right there. You and me both feel this way. We're reaching out for reasons to keep it going. So this whole first part here sounds like is it called the Chord of Life? Is that what they called it before? Let's see. Chord of Life. That is literally what it sounds like. The music of creation. That's what I'm hearing in what it sounds like he's trying to say. Then it moves on to part 2, which is Eclipse. Coming quickly to terms of all expression laid, emotions revealed as the ocean made. Expression and emotions, right? So that would be the art. And what does art do? It reflects the world that we know. And it's relatable through its expression and emotion, the emotive language that it uses to stir emotion in the heart of the person listening, watching, reading, whatever. As a movement regained and regarded both the same. Regained and regarded both the same. That also sounds like artistic, anything art related. So now both these songs, Close to the Edge and this one, both remind me of the creation of art so far. But so the first part is what art before the art. The first part is, pay no attention to all the noises coming from upstairs, please. The first part, he's talking about life and the foundation of creation and the music of the universe. Then part 2 is how we try to eclipse that using, or reflect that using our words, the music we create, the shows, the movies, the books, everything. And that's where we are so far. So we've made it to the eclipsing. And the moon eclipses the sun, but that does not mean that the sun is smaller than the moon. It just looks that way. So we try to eclipse, but we really can't. And again, this is all just my interpretation of the song. Anyone can have their own, you know. His lyrics are very cryptic. Let's keep going. 3, 2, 1, yes, and you and I, let's continue. This is how it started. This is where it all began, guys. This part almost made me cry right at the beginning of the thing. I don't know why.
Sat preacher nailed upon the colored door of time. Insane teacher, be there reminded of the rhyme. There'll be no mutant enemy we shall certify. Political ends, our sad remains will die. Reach out as forward taste begin to enter you.
Yep.
I listened hard but could not see. Light tempo change out and inside me. The preacher training on to lose his name. The teacher travels asking to be shown the same. In the end we'll agree, we'll accept, we'll immortalize. That the truth of the man maturing in his eyes. Oh, complete in the sight of seeds of light with you.
Let me pause it. I'm gonna pause it here, bring it back, and this is gonna be the last time I pause it. So far, this next part sounds like sad preacher nailed upon the colored door of time. Okay. Sad preacher nailed upon the colored door of time. Insane teacher be there reminded of the rhyme. There'll be no mutant enemy we shall certify. Political ends, as sad remains, will die. So to political ends, people are sending other people to die for political ends. Their remains will they die. Reach out as forward tastes begin to enter you. Forward tastes begin to enter you, as in when you mature to the point where you realize that forward progression is inevitable and should be embraced, as opposed to trying to always look to the past and, you know, dwell in the past. Although the past is important so you don't repeat it. Unless, you know, it was something correct. Anyway, I listened hard but could not see life tempo change out and inside me. A preacher trained in all to lose his name. The teacher travels, asking to be shown the same. In the end, we'll agree, we'll accept, we'll immortalize. Again, that reminds me of my own personal belief system as a Christian. In the end, we'll agree, we'll accept, and through that be immortalized. That the truth of man maturing in his eyes, all complete in the sight of seeds of life with you. all complete inside of seeds of life with you. Yeah, I can't sing. Coming quickly to terms of all expression laid, as a moment regained and regarded both the same emotion. So that's a repeat of a previous line. A clearer future, morning, evening, nights with you. And then apocalypse. Interesting, it's called apocalypse, but the words are all positive. You and I climb, crossing the shapes of the morning, reach over the sun for the river. We climb clearer towards the movement, called over valleys of endless seas. And that's, so apocalypse, they're saying, is just the beginning. Which also is similar to my own personal beliefs. Like, this life is just one stage, and then you move on, and then there's more. And then there might be a death after that, and there might be another, you know, there's more stages, there's more paths to go down, more adventures to be had. It's very interesting. Now, yeah. All that being said, let's finish the song off. 3, 2, 1. Yes, and you and I. Loving this so far. Freaking album's incredible.
Shapes of the morning.
We're on to the next.
And you and I reach over the sun for the river. And you and I climb clearer towards the movement. And you and I go over valleys of endless seas.
Ads have aged.
It happened.
Don't look deeper. Alrighty. Wow. It's a beautiful song. So my final interpretation of this. Oh, let me get this off here. All right. So here's what I got out of this song. To me, and again, keep in mind, I am a Christian, so when I hear this, it reminds me of a lot of our own, belief systems. One of this is, so this song sounded like, first part is talking about the fundamental beginning of what creation is, the chords of life, the music that is inherent in all things. Then how humans try to eclipse it through expression, emotion, and artistic talent. Then the second half of the song sounded to me like, says the preacher nailed to the door, to the colored door of time. Nailed. Plus, you guys told me that the lead singer of this band was a Christian. I don't know though. So to make it a little bit more universal, someone comes along and tries to say there is more past this. That's part 3. Someone's coming along and says there's more past this, and one day you have to accept that, because if you don't, then there is no hope and there is only despair. Okay, that's what the third part says. Not necessarily any specific person, but someone comes along, and most people call them insane or a madman, but they say there's something past this. Then part 4 is this ending, what seems like the termination of life, but then it's not, and it keeps going, and it's a cycle. And yeah, that's my final interpretation for now. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think the song's about in the comments. Let me know what else you'd like me to react to in the comments. I'm thinking of finishing off the Closer to the Edge album soon. Thank you to the Patreon supporters who requested this entire album, basically. And thank you guys for watching. Again, if you enjoyed it, consider subscribing to the channel. And if you want to make sure that your requests get heard and are given priority, there's a link in the description to a Patreon where you can support the channel, get access to exclusive videos, and all of your requests will be prioritized higher than everybody else's. All right. Thank you for watching. Deathstroke 9 out. Awesome song. Awesome request. Incredible. Awesome group. And yes, it's so positive. It's so I don't know. I love it. Bye, guys. Deathstroke 9 out.